Hey there, my name is Jess and I'll be taking you through a gentle practice today. What I love about gentle is that through the use of blocks and a modified practice, you can still access a really powerful yoga practice and experience on your mat. So we're gonna get started today in child's pose. Our way to modify this posture is to bring your knees underneath you. If you don't bring your knees underneath you as part of your regular practice, maybe try it on today just to experience something new. So knees can come to touch, but if you're a traditionalist, you can go knees wide. And you'll bring your chest down to the ground. Option for blocks. So throughout the practice, you can reach for your blocks to bring the ground up to you to create a powerful connection down to the floor. Let your forearms come down. If you chose to bring your knees underneath you, notice how your breath might feel different. Cultivate an intention for your practice here. Connect to the inside of your forehead. Big breath in. Root down through each one of your knuckles. Inhale up to tabletop. Downward facing dog. Add a little bend in your elbows, a little bend in your knees. What you're doing here is creating the ability for you to hug skin to muscle, muscle down to bone. Let your head drop, hang heavy. Breathe in. Draw your heels towards the ground. It's not important that they touch. It's just more important that you're animating yourself, drawing down. Lift your heels up. Walk your feet to your hands. Hands can come back to your feet to meet them. Move to ragdoll. Feet are at hip distance. I want to root down into each one of my toes. Lift my hips up and let my head fall heavy. Here, of course, you can put hands to blocks. Shake out your head, yes and no. And you can sway side to side. Let go of your elbows. Heel toe your feet in to touch. Halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold. Extended mountain, go up. Hands to heart. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Yeah, move with your breath, go up. Fold. Halfway, melt down. Extended mountain, go back up. Fold. Halfway lift. Melt down. Move to chair pose. Tuck your tailbone. Breathe in. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Melt down. Come up to stand. Warrior one. Step your right foot back. In your front knee, I want it stacked over your heel. Here I've taken a nice wide stance so I can square my hips up. Reach up. Sink into your lunge. One more here. Hands to your hips. Step to the top. If it takes 2 steps, that's fine too. Okay. Hips point forward, upper arm bones back. Hands to hips. Zip up your middle, step to the top. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Melt your chest down. Chair pose. Fold with control. Halfway lift. Melt down. Come up to stand. Warrior one. Step your right foot back. Reach up. Warrior two. Keep your knees stacked. Reverse, go back. Warrior two. Hands to hips, close up, take a step to the top of your mat. And you got it. We're gonna go the opposite foot back. Open to warrior two. Keep that knee pulling forward, reverse. Warrior two. Hands to hips, step to the top. Extended mountain, go up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And melt down. Chair pose again. Breathe in. Sit lower. Okay, pull your chest up. Tailbone down. One more breath. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Flat back. Fold. Come up to stand. Warrior one. Step your right foot back. So here, in your left thigh, I want your left thigh bone to run parallel with the long edge of your mat. We're gonna walk our hands off the top right corner. So notice now if, when you came down to the floor, always the option to come down to blocks, if your hips started to swing out past that long edge. So recreate that parallel line. I want you to hug your belly button in and up. And let go of your head. Two more here. Keep hugging your front knee forward. Rooting down into the backside of your back foot. Hug your belly in and up. Hands to hips. Step to the top of your mat. And we'll switch sides. So now my left foot steps back. Hips point towards the front. And that anchoring point I'm using is right thigh, right long edge. So reach up. Hands to hips. We're gonna walk off that left side. So as we create connection to the ground, it doesn't occur as a dumping. You're gonna root up. Let go of your head. Two more. One more. Walk your hands back, up to your hips, step to the top of your mat. Extended mountain, reach up, and forward fold. Halfway lift, fold. We're gonna step our right foot back into crescent lunge. To modify, you take your knee down. To add stability, you widen your stance. Hands to heart. We're gonna twist over your front knee. So one hand to your knee, one hand to your hip. Lift up out of your low spine on your inhale. As you exhale, twist. One more time. Stay for your exhale. Move to warrior two. You can take time to futz with your lunge. Work on coming lower and lower. Extended side angle. Reach up. Twist your chest open. Stay one more. Come back up to stand. Big step to the top of your mat. Take your opposite foot back. So warrior one. Oh, pardon me. We're going to move to crescent lunge. So left knee down. Just hugging in, lifting up through my core. Hands to heart. We're twisting to the opposite side. Grab for your knee, grab for your hip. Let's shift to warrior two. Extended side angle. So forearm to your thigh. Build the posture up. Part of what I'm doing in my hip here is hugging it underneath me. One more. Hands to hips. Step to the top of your mat. Extended mountain, reach up. Forward fold. Come up to stand. Eagle. right side. So take a little kickstand. You can grab for opposite elbows, opposite shoulders, or you go for full expression, which looks like right knee over, right arm under. Wherever you are, I want you to bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. So it's like a proud position to the stance. You're gonna root into your standing foot. Pull your shoulders back, crown up. Switch. Take the time to set up your standing foot. And there's two things happening here. You're gonna root into your foot, press your crown up. Let's move to tree right side. Now, my left foot will root into the ground. In gentle, it's a little kickstand. You can move it up to your calf, maybe your thigh if that's part of your practice. And if you need to accommodate with a wall, do that. It's your own practice. Make it possible. So create this hugging into center. Tuck your tailbones, you squeeze your butt underneath you. All right, let's grow our tree. Reach up. Again, like how you express your leaves is super important. I want you to spark your fingers up, spread them apart. Lift up. All right, take it to the opposite side. And that's what it is. You're connected down to the ground, up to the ceiling. So now my right hip will hug under. Okay, let's go. Up. Last one. Release. Extended mountain, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Melt down. Let's make our way down to the ground. We're gonna take on back bends. Now, in gentle, if you have a block, you can take that block and just pop it underneath your hips for restorative. There's still the opportunity for you to dial up your practice, hug down into the floor, and just use that block for support. If you wanna hang out and take a restful bridge, you can do that too. Okay, so whatever's in contact with the floor, I want you to drive that down. Hips go up. Stay up, one more breath. Come down. You can sway out side to side. We're gonna go 2 more times. So your feet are just where your fingertips can graze your heels. Tuck your shoulder blades under, lift up. Now lift your hips, then come down as you exhale. Sway side to side. Here we go, last one. If wheel is part of your regular practice, cool, do that. It's not usually asked for as part of gentle, but wherever you are, I want you to take on the posture as your fullest expression you're gonna achieve here today. So if we're going for a full badass kind of bridge, I want you to lift your hips up, create a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. Up, exhale out, root down. We're here for 2 more breaths. Feel the power in your legs and let your hips come down. You can sway side to side. I'm gonna move to thread the needle on your back. Right foot comes down, left foot comes across, kind of like you're sitting in a chair. But you're gonna lift your foot up so your knee stacks over your hip. Reach through. If your head can't comfortably meet the ground, it's a great place for a block. Focus on drawing your right thigh closer and pressing your left knee away. One more breath. Let's switch sides. Left foot down, right foot across. The major bones of your ankle will pass over that midline. Okay, draw in. Now press your right knee away. It's a good opportunity for you to notice if there's any subtle difference in your body one side to the next. You got 1 more breath here. Release your thread the needle, grab on behind your knees. You can rock and roll up and down your mat. We're gonna move to seated forward fold. So both feet in front of you. If you want to accommodate with a little bit of space, you can do that. Now, if you got a booty, you're gonna scooch it out of the way. Reach up and melt your chest down. You can always bend your knees or use a strap. Come up to seated. Both feet in front of you. Zip in through your middle, ever so slowly. Come down to your mat. Move the block out of the way. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. Drop them to the right side, anchored down through your left arm, left shoulder. Take it to the opposite side. Come back to center. Squeeze into a tight little ball. You can always use a strap. Hug down through your knees. Move to final Savasana. Feet wide, palms up, shoulders into touch. Let yourself take rest here. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a full body stretch. You're going to roll to your left side. You can use your arm like a pillow. And press yourself up to seated. Now, with your hands at your heart, your eyes closed, take a second to acknowledge yourself. Thumbs up to forehead center. Thank you so much for sharing your gentle practice with me. Namaste.